I'm a real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, 'cause you're watching Wild Mike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, 'cause you're watching Wild Mike and his real wild child.
What up, peoples? I'm Katty Knight, and with me is my glorious father, Vile Mike.
Oh, this is me basking in the glory that is me. Anyway, howdy, folkses.
I've made his ego even bigger. Oh god, what have I done?
A good thing.
A very, very bad thing.
Get on with the episode.
Anyways, this time we are reviewing the 6th episode of the Netflix reboot, Voltron Legendary Defender. And this episode starts with a tiny village of aliens putting on a play of what happened last episode.
After the little play, the princess tells them that Team Voltron has to leave, but gives the leader of the tiny aliens a communication device and says that the first planet in the Voltron Alliance will be planet Aris.
Eris.
Anus?
Eris.
Eris.
Good job, you did it. Anyway, and then we get one of my favorite scenes. 3 of the Paladins, Hunk, Keith, and Lance, talk about making a cheer for Team Voltron, after seeing little tiny aliens do a cheer. Honestly, I think that Keith just trolls Lance when Lance gives a suggestion.
I say Vol, and you say Tron. Vol?
Voltron?
Hey, Dad.
Yes.
When I say Vol, you say Tron. Vol!
They changed it, now it sucks. Tron.
Why do you ruin everything I love?
'Cause I'm a good parent. We get another couple of examples of Not Koran's fantabulous cooking skills when he nearly poisons Lance. When he says that the drink Koran gave him tastes like hot dog water and feet. Then Not Koran says it can also be used as a hair tonic.
Hey, Dad. I think you need something like that. 'Cause, bald.
I'd rather shave my nuts with a rusty razor and than let anything made by that imitation of Koran touch my body.
Well, Shiro seems a bit worried about letting the aliens roam with the castle, and goes to do a perimeter check. Again! 'Cause he's the only competent one around! And, of course, Sendak is outside the castle plotting how to get in.
The princess is worried and talks with her mice friends, only to find out that Pidge is a girl, because apparently the mice figured it out.
The mice know all. They're all-knowing beings.
We leave the space rats and move to a conversation with Lance and Hunk talking about Earth, which is a weird detour to take because we just go immediately back to the princess as she's trying to get Pidge to admit that she is she. But instead, Pidge just says she wants to leave Team Voltron to find her dad, much to the princess's dismay.
We cut back to Shiro outside when Pidge goes to talk with him. But then the bad guys scan her over and send in a lookalike that has a bomb inside. But then we switch to a bonding moment between Lance and Koran in the Astrometrics lab.
Moving on to another scene, we have Pidge informing the rest of the team her intention to leave, with Svenno being the understanding one, and even Hunk admits that he wouldn't mind leaving.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
What?
Wouldn't it? He would not. he wouldn't. He wouldn't mind leaving. He wouldn't leaving.
Shut it.
No, you failed writing a script. Once again in the Astrometrics lab, when Dark Rover enters, he flies up to the big crystal in the room and explodes, with Lance saving Koran's life at the last second.
Damn it, Lance, you screw up so often, but you manage to save the one person that doesn't deserve to be saved?
The team finds the wounded Lance, and the alien village leader says their village is under attack.
But the team can't get to their lions, because the crystal that Dark Rover blew up was the castle's power source. So the team splits up. Bungus and Hunk will take a shuttle that Pidge has modified to find a new crystal, while the rest will stay and try to take care of everything that's going on there. On the way to taking Lance to the infirmary, Svenno is attacked by a Kitty McOne-Eye.
Sendak.
Whatever. and they start a one-on-one battle. Kitty McOne-Eye turns on his glowy metal arm thing, and Svenno does the same with his. Svenno surrenders, though, because another one of the bad guys threatens to kill Lance if he doesn't.
He cares about his teammates. Meanwhile, at the village, Keith jumps into the battle, despite the raging fires, but discovers that it was just a diversion. Sendak puts in a new power source, and the castle powers on, now with purple space cat light, and then takes over the castle, raising its shield, stopping the others from getting inside.
Kitty McOne-Eye pulls a gloating moment, calling his boss Zarkon to brag about his victory. Before he's even really finished the job. Like a typical villain.
Keith and Allura try to form a plan. Fortunately, Pidge is actually inside the castle and still free. The princess tells Pidge how to disable the castle from leaving. Oh yeah, the castle's actually a spaceship.
That is equal parts dumb and awesome. Anyway, back with Bungus and Hunk, they've come to the planet that is supposed to have power crystals that they need, but find that the planet is now a Galra mining area. They have to flee some fighters, and showing how competent he is, Bungus crashes in one of the holes.
Pidge is sneaking through the cat.
Oh my god. I just realized what this episode is. This episode is Die Hard in the Castle of Lions.
Am I supposed to get that reference?
Oh, I've failed as a parent.
Anyway, Pidge manages to disable the episode, but Sunduck now knows that Pidge is free. End of episode. So, Dad, what did you think?
Well, now that I know that this episode is Die Hard in the Castle of Lions, I have a little bit more respect for it, I guess. But I'm now realizing more and more that the writers and creators of this show must have been Stargate fans. Because not only did they keep the Stargate wormhole stuff in, they used Stargate sounds. And now the ancient castle that had the ancient peoples in it is able to fly. It's frickin' Atlantis with giant cat robots.
So, Voltron Legendary Defender is Stargate meets Voltron?
I think so. What did you think of the episode?
Actually, I think this episode is probably one of the strongest. This episode is one of my favorites. It has one of my favorite scenes in it. Of course, the Keith trolling Lance. And actually, one part of it shows just actually how smart Shiro is. He takes a surprisingly calculated loss when you think about it. You may not realize it, but at that moment, Shiro realized he was in a losing battle. If they killed Lance, there was no way to win. He had to lose there. If he fought and they did kill Lance, they couldn't do anything. It really shows who he is, that he's willing to lose a battle to save his friend.
It's kind of a cliche, but it works in this context for a kid's show.
Did my dad finally not overanalyze a kid's show?
Shut it.
Dad,
What?
say the thing.
Don't forget to like, comment, and blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
No, you need to keep the first one.
We'll see. Do your catchphrase sign off.
Bye-bye!
Later, folkses.
This channel is sponsored by SDGameSwap. If you're into nerd stuff, you might find something you like there. They have books, movies, video games, toys and collectibles, and they even do consignment. They are also on Facebook, so go buy something. Links in the description.
Jafar, buy at SDGameSwap. Cree!
When I say Vol, you say Tron. Vol!
They changed it, now it sucks. Tron.